How's it going, guys? It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. Today it's the day before Thanksgiving, and I wanted to do what I'm thankful for in 2020. That might seem kind of strange, but there are things I am thankful for that happened in 2020 that I want to talk about. My family kind of has this tradition of thinking, so we'll say what we're thankful for on Thanksgiving, but we'll spend the day before Thanksgiving saying what we're thankful for. And thinking of things that we are thankful for. And I'm going to do a video about that later on in the day, but 2020 was a special year of its own, so I kind of wanted to do a little video of things that frustrated me and I'm not thankful for in 2020. For me to do that video, the things I'm thankful for in 2020 video appropriately. And I'm going to start off with coming, especially when I start my Chuckwagon, but especially, what's going to happen after Thanksgiving is I'm just going to stop giving people money. I've given too much money out. I have an arrangement with with some friends at the moment where I'm going to kind of pay their way, but we kind of have an agreement that when he gets his SSI, he's going to pay me back. So I'm going to fulfill my obligation to them, and then when they fulfill their obligation to me, that's when the arraignment ends, and I'm no longer going to give any more money to them or anybody else. Sorry, Auntie. Auntie's asked me for some money, I gave her some money. No more of that. It's because if I'm trying to start up my Chuckwagon and you're asking me for money, that's just disrespectful. I'm trying to get myself off on the ground, my feet running, and you're here trying to ask for money. I could offer you a job. You could roll Olympia for me, and I'll pay you to do that. And that's how you could get some money out of me. But I'm just not going to hand out money anymore. So some other things that are happening, like I'm not so thrilled about in 2020, is that this is probably the most unhealthiest I've ever been in my life. You saw me in my last video. Things I learned on my first event. I'm a little chubby. I'm bunzling. I was that same weight 2 years ago, but then I lost it. I dropped down to 215. I want to drop down to that same level again, but right now it's impossible. I also have heart complications. I'm going to go in for they're not exactly a valve replacement. I have a tetralogy of flow. I have a bovine valve, and I have to go in not so much for a valve replacement. What they are going to do is that they're going to put a cover over my valve to kind of reinforce it a bit. But I tried working out back in the beginning of October, and I worked out for like a week, but then after that I just felt like crap. I had no motivation. I couldn't do anything. It was just like soreness. It was just like I physically just did not have the energy to do anything. And that's something that happens when with people with heart conditions, is where like their valve doesn't. There's something about the heart and the brain that the heart kind of there's some things with the heart that even cardiologists don't quite understand. It's one of those things, and it depends from person to person. But if there's something internally going on with your heart, then it affects your whole body. And cardiologists, they're aware of that, but they can't really explain it per se. So I think that's what's going on with me. I go in for my stress test on December 11th, and they're going to schedule my catheterization to put the cover on after that. So that's something I'm looking forward to. But between now and then, I don't want to do any drastic changes to my diet or health, because I don't want to screw up anything. So that's going to come up in the next year. This isn't some New Year's resolution bull crap. This is something that I'm actually going to change. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. So actually my roommate Sunstar, he got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes the other day. I was up early in the morning, fed the chickens and all that, and he was up, and I kind of looked at him, he looked at me, and he kind of asked, could you take me to the doctor? So I did. When a grown man with no health insurance asked to go to the doctor, you kind of know something is up. So when someone asks you to take him to the doctor, you should take him anyway. But I knew something was wrong, and he had a blood sugar level of 426. That's way too high. Apparently his organs were getting to the point where they could shut down, and luckily he went to the hospital, and we're gonna have to do some drastic changes when he gets home, as far as diet and health and all that he is gonna have to do, and I'm gonna help him through that, because I need to start the process if I want to be ready. So what they're going to do is that they're going to be like, okay, no diet soda, no soda, you're just going to drink straight water. And what he wants to do is he wants to do the keto thing. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't like the keto diet. I think it's stupid. I believe in balance, and I don't think keto is really, I don't think it's that great of a diet, to be quite honest. But he's going to do it. I'm probably do my own version, but he's going to do the keto, and I think in his condition, probably doing the keto isn't that bad of an idea. It's going to shock his body, and I don't know if his body necessarily needs that, because it's been in shock with his high blood level. But what do I know? I'm just a guy. So we're going to do that. I'm helping with that, and I think that's going to be good for everybody. Another thing in 2020 is just, I'm trying to get my business up and running. I was hoping to get it up and running before 2020 was over, for tax reasons. But obviously that's not going to happen. I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer. I'm a little bit upset about that. I put a lot of money into my Chuckwagon, and I want to get my empire up and running, but it's just like I kind of need that cushion. I kind of need some money to help me get going. I was kind of wondering if my tax return would help me with that. Unfortunately, that can't really happen. Apparently, I was talking to somebody, and they said I got bad tax advice. So I'm going to go ask some actual tax professional and see what he has to say about the whole thing. That's going to be when I get paid back by Dr. Richard. I loaned him some money, and he said he's going to loan me the money back on December 16th, and I just have to wait for that. So when I get that money, I'm going to go in. I'm gonna go in and talk to a tax professional about the whole thing, just to see what I can and can't do, or at least what the ground rules are. Another thing is just, I've been really unhealthy. I feel like I'm call me high maintenance, but I require a lot of liberty for me to be comfortable living. And 2020 has kind of taken that away from me. I went from a state of high liberty to a state of low liberty, and I understand there's a virus, but I'm only in this world for one lifetime, and call me old-fashioned, but it's kind of like give me liberty or give me death. I've escaped death when I was being born. I'm way past my expiration date naturally, so what does a mutated flu have? Just let me live the life I want to live. I feel like that's been taken from me. I feel like time has been wasted from me, and I'm very frustrated with that. But what else is going on? So yeah, just not gonna give anybody money no more. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to stop drinking, or at least cut down drastically. I probably shouldn't be drinking anyway if I'm trying to start my Chuckwagon empire and trying to start my business and all that, because drinking alcohol is a very expensive habit. So that's going to take a lot of money from me, but also I kind of need to be mentally and physically fit to be able to do my thing effectively. So I'm gonna have to cut down drastically on drinking right now. Due to the whole coronavirus thing, I've been having to give up some vices, and I've been having to give away with those vices for a whole year. It's probably good for me, to be quite honest, but it's really, really, really hard when people are asking me for money. I can't. My whole life is upside down. I'm trying to get my business running, but I can't because of things that I cannot control. And it's just like So alcohol has been a vice throughout the year, but when things settle down, especially when I get my business up and running, I can't be drinking the same that I have been. And that's something I'm aware of, and that's something I'm gonna have to change. So those are just some things that have been frustrating me, and things I'm gonna have to change. Later on in the day, things, that I want to change. Not giving any money, especially not giving anybody money anymore. I'm just gonna have to stop drinking. No excuses. Apparently, I have to vouch for myself of eating healthier because the people I live with, they kind of have this gamer lifestyle, and that's a very unhealthy lifestyle of like chips and soda. I can't be doing that. This is really the most unhealthiest I've ever felt in my life, like so far. And the weight that I'm carrying, I was able to carry it 2 years ago when I was 21, but now that I'm 23, for whatever reason, I just can't carry it no more. And that's something I'm gonna have to let go. It's my weight. At least get back down to 215. 215, I had kind of like a little belly going on, but that was a very comfortable weight. Right now, I'm currently, I think, at anywhere from around 235. It's too heavy. I can't handle 235. So I'm gonna have to drop. I just feel like crap. Can't do nothing. So I'm gonna have to drop that, and I'm gonna have to be very aggressive about it too, because they're gonna be like, oh, you could do this, you could do that, but like, no, I can't. I'm eat spinach and eggs every single day for breakfast, and the other things I'm gonna have to figure out. But it's just like I have to be aggressive about it. The United States is kind of a funny place because it's one of the only places in the world where poor people are fatter than rich people. I love America to death, but it's just like that's one of those things where it's like, why does it cost so much to be healthy? That's something I've learned throughout the years, especially the past couple of years, where my income hasn't been that great. It actually takes a lot of money to be healthy, and they say most of your health is your diet. It's like, I know eating healthy costs money. But so yeah, hopefully when Dr. Richard pays me back, he'll give me the financial means of being able to eat healthy and get me stable and everything. So I just kind of wanted to talk about my frustrations before I talked about what I'm thankful for, because I wouldn't be able to do a proper what I'm thankful for video if I didn't talk about my frustrations of the year. If my kids down the road ask me, what was 2020 like, I'll be like, well, it's kind of like being boiled alive like a lobster. You can't get out of the pot. You're just stuck in the pot. So I actually feel better. Thank you for listening. And then later on, I'll do a proper what I'm thankful for. When I go and do my stress test and everything, I'm going to do videos of that. Document that whole process, document my catheterization. So look forward to that in the upcoming month to 2 months. And I'll talk to you later. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you again later on today.